welcome to the channel. I'm the Urban Seer and welcome to today's live stream of free readings. I hope you're all well. Thank you all for joining me in the chat there. I hope you're all doing well this Monday. If you're not, then I hope that this session will bring you some peace, will bring you some clarity. As usual, just instructions. If you would like to be added to the list for a free reading, just check the pinned comment. For anyone who would like a more in-depth reading and a Q jump, then I offer 3, 5 or 7 card readings. Link is also there in the pinned comment. And finally, I am running a competition you might have seen in the chat for the chance for you and a friend to win a 5 card reading. Just check out that link. You just need to refer a new subscriber and put the details in that link provided, and then you'll be entered, and I will be announcing the winner and doing the reading lives this coming Wednesday. But let's get to it. How is everyone? I hope how is everyone's weekend? Hi Divyansha. Hey Giovanni. You brought a free card reading. Okay, awesome. So I will get to that first, and then I'll get to the free readings. So bear with me 1 minute, guys. I just need to head over and read the question there. Oh, and also I've got a new deck which I'm quite excited about. It's called Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic. So I'm excited to do that. I do have, for anyone who is interested, the Hidden Truth Oracle deck is always here with me as well. That's for people who have love questions and you prefer oracle readings. Just so you're aware, this is an option. Okay, I've got that question, so I'm up to date. So I've got the list now because of the new system, Divyansha. So the list is here, which I'll just post now. So I've got an automated list now with the new system. So there's no need for Janavi can just focus on receiving her readings. Ivo says, I slept too much on Sunday. Oh, there's no such thing as too much sleep, Ivo. Sleep is healing. I am a big fan of sleep. Okay, so this is for you, Janavi. I've read your question in PayPal, so just take a deep breath and focus on your question and be open to receive the messages from Spirit. So we're really focusing, if I'm right, on what this truth and communication is going to be about, yeah, Janavi? Spirit, tell us more about this communication and truth that Akshay will be coming forward with. Elder of Cups. It's interesting. Okay, so truth about their emotions. So yes, sharing more what they think and what they feel, sharing more their deeper emotions. I imagine their feelings of love towards you. So even though, interesting, it's come through originally in the representation as the King of Swords, I believe it was. There was lots of swords energy, which is about the commitment to the truth, and it can sometimes be delivered in a harsher way, with those swords, delivered with a sharp edge, if that makes sense. But then when we look deeper of what is the message that we said, what truth will they be coming forward with? This is actually their feelings, what they are coming forward with. Elder of Cups is, like I say, in this deck, it's very similar to the King of Cups. So it's someone who has had chance to process their emotions, to gain some wisdom as well. And I think also to have gained a more of a grasp on their emotions. Whenever we see, say, an Elder of Cups, it's someone who is more emotionally mature, is what I see, what I feel with this message. And we also have the Two of Cups in the picture, in this picture, which does talk about soulmate energy, however you want, twin flame connection. So I'd say, even though it could be coming forward to you in a sharper way, the underlying message and the expression would be of love and how they feel and their feelings for you. So this is hopeful, this is good, we need more of this. So then we have the Oracle of Wands. Interesting. So this was in the position, okay, of likely action, and this is very good to see actually, because this is Wands energy, which, as we know, is all about action. It's ruled by the element of fire. I'm also see this butterfly in this particular deck, and the butterfly is about a transformation. So again, that's also positive. The black cat of this feels really just what came to mind. I don't know how this fits into the picture, but the lucky black cat, that's what black cat means to me. If a black cat crosses your path, traditionally, superstitiously, then that brings good luck. But also finding the courage as well with these two lionesses. So I see courage, I see transformation, and I see action, positive action. Oracle of Wands, again, Oracle is like an established energy. This is not new energy, this is not immature energy, this is all energies of someone who has been through something and has lived and has learned. So this is that actually taking action. And then we look to the future. Oh, and then we end on Judgment. That's a beautiful image. The butterfly again, taking flight in this card. The transformation continuing even more in a way, I would say, taking flight. But Judgment is a card of karma, which I think we've seen in the past as well crop up, about, reaping what you sow. The outcome being for Akshay, I think, through maturing and through going through the experiences that he has been through, it has actually matured him. He has learned some lessons, and it has changed him, is what I'm seeing. And ending with this Judgment card is the card of karma. Again, it's learning lessons, it's things that you've done in the past, not being able to escape them or get away with them, and them biting you, coming back to bite you. And you feel that, yeah, you can't avoid but feel that pain of that bite when it comes back. I am a strong believer in it can take time, yeah. It can take quite a long time for that to come back and bite you. But I do feel that people feel that in some way. Reaping what they sow, mistakes that they've made in the past, and changes that they had to make internally as a consequence. Janavi says, perfect. Finally, I get to experience in 3D what I've been wanting to happen. Yeah. All very powerful cards. You know, we have an elder, we have an, I know this is a new deck that we're all getting to learn here, but we have, you know, an elder, an oracle, and a judgment. All very powerful energies and powerful shifts. And a continuing theme, I would say, of lessons actually landing for Akshay, lessons being learned, emotional action, and then judgment. Ooh. So I hope that resonated, Janavi. Okay guys, back to the list of the 3 readings. Hey Aqua, I hope you're well. If you'd like a reading, just check the pinned comment. So we have Anne first on the list, my dear, if you are here. You're very welcome, Janavi, as always. Thank you for the booking. So Anne asks, what signs or events should I look out for that might indicate the arrival of my future spouse? Okay. Because we've seen that Knight of Cups, haven't we? And the King of Cups. I think they've come in a few different cups forms for you. Anne, but let's see. Specifically, okay, so what signs or events? Now I am an energy reader, so let's see what comes through with this, because it's we've got the Ace of Swords, which is about new communication, fresh communication coming through, Anne. Look, there's so much going on here, isn't there, in this card? We have this sword that is also a message of clarity, Anne. So I think you shouldn't worry too much about, like, you won't miss this sign. I think that the clarity will be gained, like, and it's one of those, it sounds like a cliche, but I'm kind of hearing that, like, when you'll know, you'll know. But also with Ace of Swords, this being new communication, this could be, to me, means that it's yet to come through, that this communication and clarity, it could really, what it spoke to me when I first saw it was that it was like a new person who was maybe yet in your energy field. The butterfly symbol, again, which will speak, it's kind of attached to this sword, which will then unfold this transformation for you of this spouse that you were waiting for, that you wanted to come through, which will ultimately transform your life, yeah, and how that looks on the day-to-day and the future and everything. It's a huge transformation. But yeah, that was the first kind of message. So when we're looking for what signs or events should I look out for, I just felt like that it was really new communication from them. And that would bring clarity. I think it could be a message when it does come that it will be direct, it will be clear. it'll have that swords energy. Can you see how kind of expansive like this horizon is? It's a clear picture, there's a clear way forward, and they could bring that energy with you. I think their clarity will bring you clarity. There'll be a certainty in how they communicate and what they say, and that there won't be any confusion on their side. And that is the indication that you can feel like this is the real deal. So I hope that resonates with that. I just keep hearing new communication, which will that from them, and that in turn will bring you clarity. So next up we have Tia, my dear, if you are here. Guys, please do the competition winner. I will be announcing on Wednesday and doing the live readings there. So please do follow the link to enter the competition to win a 5-card reading for you and a friend. You just need to refer a new subscriber. So Tia asks, what's next in my love life? Some indecision. Tia, 2 of Swords there. Ran into Leo. He didn't say anything, but there was a lot of people around. I'm not sure if that's the reason why he's not saying anything. Okay. 4 of Cups. This is both your energies here, which is interesting. We've got 2 people in this picture. So next in the love life, 4 of Cups, okay. I still feel like this is your and the Leo's energy, and this is going to be kind of at the forefront still for the near future at least, okay. This very much feels like both yours energies, and there is an entanglement kind of going on here that we see, because we've got, this is again both your energies. 2 of Swords is about feeling in a place of indecision. Crossed swords that we have here, which can cause anxiety, worry, you know, being in our head. So I feel like really this still needs attention, this still needs to be worked out. We're still in the middle of this, okay, and working it out, working it through. 4 of Cups in the traditional deck, so it's about feeling some kind of loss and disappointment of what's gone on. It can be, take how this resonates, Tia, if you think this is the Leo, but in the traditional deck it can be about sort of a sulking energy and someone being sort of closed off, which is possibly because you're not, I know we've looked at you withdrawing your energy and being a Leo and that ego and needing to be chased. There's something still going on about that, which I think has made him go into a sulking kind of energy. I don't know if you picked up on any of that when you ran into him. Might not have expressed that. And 4 of Cups is about needing to, the advice really is kind of needing to get over that and drop that and kind of accept that really in order to move past it, okay, and move on. So that's what Spirit is giving us insight into where he's at. And I do think he is miffed, and I do think he is his ego is kind of wounded that you've withdrawn. So you still need to kind of wait this out, I think. Did his friends give any insight, or was it just kind of superficial communication? So that he's ultimately, it's interesting because I know that in a way he's rejected you, yes, or he hasn't, his energy's been very in and out, okay? He's been unavailable. But now he's feeling rejected. He's feeling, when we see the Four of Cups, he's feeling rejected. He's feeling disappointed. So hold the line, I would say. Continue to hold this line, Tia, of, you know, this is really a good result. It's affecting him. It's it has impacted him. And let's see his next move. What? Because the Four of Cups, the advice comes is that what you're not seeing is the fourth cup, the fourth way, the kind of fourth option, the different way of doing things. And can you see almost this has like a Two of Swords energy in some ways, like one cup's turned down, almost feels like letting this go, and then the other cup is it turned up, and it's like two cups still remain. So yes, things have been lost, things have been disappointed, but two cups remain. So it's kind of like, what way are you going to go with this? That's the energy about this. And then it's, again, this Two of Swords is about this indecision. So this needs to be worked out, Tia. There doesn't feel the space or the energy, I don't feel, yet for anyone new to come in a meaningful way. This is still very much you and the Leo, and this being a kind of, you're at an impasse, which will shift, but we need to see what comes next, okay? You're at an impasse, you're at a crossroads, so just hold your water, stand steady, and leave space for the next chapter, the next bit of information to come through. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonated. Okay, thanks, Tia. I'll just head over to there. The cat came to the door again, Tia. The Leo's at the door. I think that's quite, that's worth pointing out. So Tia says, it sucks, this whole thing. It does. We have such a strong connection, and I know he knows it too. Yeah, I want to get to my next phase of life, over it, yeah. Okay, bear with me one guy. Sorry, this PayPal, it's just so painfully slow and difficult to get into. But I'm getting there, so I'm just going to read your question, Tia. Have you put the question there? I don't know if I've missed it. I don't think you have. Or if you just want to, if you're happy to share it here. Yeah, the question hasn't come through, Tia. Are you alright to... I can't see it on PayPal. It's not there. Oh dear. Okay, thanks Tia. No problem. I'm sorry if you did put it and then PayPal hasn't saved it maybe. So 5-card reading, let's have a look. So we're looking at next actions and clarification. Yeah, live your life and manifest at the same time. That's a really good message, Janavi. That's the goal, isn't it? When one is going through this painful, stuck in the in-between as well from what the cards have said at the moment. Okay. Let's look deeper into this. The 4 of Cups and the 2 of Swords that we've seen. What can help shift this? Likely actions. What's more, tells more about what's on their mind as well. And then the future, likely outcome. Okay. Ooh, Apprentice of Wands. It's very interesting this. Okay, so the Apprentice of Wands is Wands energy, which is good. This is fire energy. This is working towards taking action. But kind of in contrast to this is a snail, yeah, that we see. So this is slow moving energy. This is there is movement, but it's slow movement. It's fiery energy of action, but in contrast, it's again moving at a snail's pace. I think this is the Leo getting to grips with where he finds himself now that you've withdrawn your energy, okay? So processing this, reorientating themselves. But there is something that's undeniable that this is still like a slow energy. So what can shift this, help this move away? There's a transformation that's going on. We've seen this card before in various kind of forms, but the Death card is about, there is an, I feel like you have to really believe that in this silence and in this space that's going on at the minute, there is a transformation happening here. Okay, there is a death of the old way of how you were together that wasn't healthy, that wasn't good. And you are shifting the space, you're shifting your own energy, you're taking control of the situation, and you are changing it also for the Leo. This is different, this is new for them, okay? That's what the Death card is all about. It's about small deaths within ourselves. It's deaths of old ways, of things that needed to end, like that it wasn't good what was happening before. That did need to end. There was a transformation that needs to happen and that is happening. That's what's happening now. The Leo, however, is going at a snail's pace. There'll be a lot of resistance on his side, okay? This isn't how he planned this going. This isn't how he wants it to go. He would just like to be able to do that in-out thing with you, yeah? The Moon, so here we go. This is the Leo in his insecurities. This has got him feeling insecure, Tia, which I'm going to say, you know, is a good thing. This is driving, this is putting a mirror up to him and making him, by you leaving that space, that empty space, withdrawing your energy, not chasing, not communicating to him. This is putting a mirror up to his own stuff, his own energy, and it's like the ball is in his court. He's feeling insecure, anxious, in the dark as well. The moon card is about when we feel in the dark. The way to navigate this situation is to trust your intuition. We have to go within in order to navigate a moon situation. Yeah. Like the actions. We've seen that they are moving towards you. Again, more wands. We had this for Janavi as well, which is an elder. So this is the wands is sorry, it wasn't the elder of wands, was it? But it was I think it was the oracle of wands. Sorry. Nonetheless, wands is more of an established fire energy. So this is when they are actually taking action. So this is likely action for them to move, for the Leo to move towards you, Tia, with communication, with action. We go from a snail to a lizard. I'm just seeing what else I can get from this. I still feel this struggle with the Leo, that they will do this. But it feels almost against their natural instinct. This is something different for them. It's not where they feel comfortable, which makes sense, yeah, to their past actions. There's someone, I feel in this, you know, that there's an arrogance here of, you know, people come to me. You know, if you're this snail energy or this lizard energy, that strangely it's like it's very still. You know, like a lizard would catch a fly or an insect, isn't it? They would wait for hours just for an insect to walk by past them and get that, and then survive off that for, you know, weeks. I don't know why this is coming through, but this is a channel message. But I think this is the Leo's kind of ego, and normally just that people come to me, I don't go to others. But this is shifting, this is challenging him. And wands again is forward movement, is action, is fire energy. So their likely actions is to change this, is to move forward to you, but kind of against their natural instincts. But if they want this, then they're going to have to do that, yeah? Let's have a look at future energies. Two of Pentacles. This is nice energy. This is I see when we come back into communication. Okay, that's what Two of Pentacles is, because Pentacles is when I feel like that change has happened. Pentacles is earth energy, so it's when it's manifested, yeah. When this change has manifested, it's still new because we're only at a Two of Pentacles, okay. So we've gone from the Ace of Pentacles, which is when we have communication again, and then we move to the Two, which is when there will be ups and there will be downs still, because we're still navigating this new connection, maybe a new way of being with each other after everything that you've been through. Ride the wave is what I'm hearing with this. It's possible to ride this wave. The energy still feels good in this card. We're on the open ocean. We've got our boat. We're navigating this situation. Yes, there are some big waves. There are ups, there are downs. This is the sign of infinity, though, in this card. So this talks about building towards that consistency and long-lasting energy is what I feel like. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're navigating this ocean. That's why we're riding these waves. Because we are actually working towards something, again, because it's Pentacles, something more grounded, something more stable this time around when you come back into connection. So a nice energy to end on there. I think hold on to that vision, hold on to that image. Trust that they'll come back and you can just hold this space. And it's different, and understand, I suppose, that this is, like I say, I've heard a lot of the time for them, you know, people come to me, I don't chase, but if they want this, and I do see them making moves to take action, to go for this towards you, there's an internal push and pull and struggle here. Janavi says, most difficult part of manifestation is holding on to the visual of our wish in the mind. Yes, when the 3D is showing opposite of what we want. It's like 3D is hitting us in the face, testing our patience. Very well said. Last night I was listening to a podcast, I don't know if anyone's had experience or it would be worth exploring for those interested, about quantum leaping, quantum manifestation and the workings of it. It kind of made it very interesting about explaining manifestation in a different way, and the scientific aspect of quantum manifestation, quantum physics. You know, that's what I was listening to, the quantum physics side of things, and then how that feeds into manifestation. Right, I am going to, so I'll put the list here of where we're up to, so everyone knows. But yeah, guys, if I am in the middle of the reading, obviously if you can just have patience about when your turn is, you know, I will update the list. But if I'm in the middle of the reading, then I'm not going to. Okay, and then I am going to close the list now, so I'll make sure I can get through everyone. So, Tia, I hope that helped. I hope that resonated, made sense for you. Let me have a look, Janavi, podcast name. So, well, I follow someone who does on YouTube, actually, who explained, where is it? Right, 1 second. For manifestation and some quantum leaping info, who explained it in a good way. She's so good for manifestation. Well, I think what it's good to remember is about, you know, I know you say, TB, the universe is still allowing a door open. I mean, that's very much free will. So Ronak, if you could stop flooding the chat with regards to whose turn it is, please, and just have some patience. I've just posted the list, so if you could just hang on, please, keep the vibe high. Let's not, you know, just remember that this is free readings, freely given. So please don't flood the chat with constantly asking whose turn it is next. It's not good energy, okay? So next we have Sanice, please, if you want to post your question. Anyone wanting to know where they are on the list, I've just posted it, so just scroll back through the chat, okay? So Sanice, if you are still here, thank you. So Sanice asks, can you tell me if someone is attracted by me now? It's not something I would normally do really, Sanice, with that, just because I'm an energy reader. I can see if there's anyone in your energy field regarding love. Let's see what that brings through. Is there anyone in Sanice's energy field now regarding love? So I would say yes, there is. There is this Elder of Wands. This keeps coming through, this energy today. There is a lot of Elder of Wands energy around. So this is someone I see this time, so in this message, for you, Sanice, is that there is someone who is waiting for the right moment. Okay, so like I mentioned about how the lizard before, they can wait for, I think it's weeks, isn't it, in the desert where they'll be in their spot and they will wait for the right moment to pounce, for want of a better word, in this situation. But yes, there is someone who is watching you, is attracted to you. Wands is about passion. It's about physical attraction. It's about that kind of energy of attraction, Sanice. So does your intuition as well? Do you kind of get a sense of who this is? With them being an elder, it's someone who has, they could actually be older in age than you, but they've got a more mature energy about them when we see elder. This is someone who quite established in who they are, what they do. You know, they're not they have a maturity. They've lived a life. They have experience. They're not new to this rodeo of life. But they're biding their time. They're waiting for the right moment, I think, to reach out to you, to let you know how they feel. There is a cautious kind of energy here, or maybe it's a kind of a new connection, so it wouldn't be right to kind of rush in as well. But yes, in answer to your question, I do see someone in your energy field with feelings, with attraction, waiting for the right moment. So next up we have Nina. If you are still here, my love, please post your question. I think this, am I right that it's your first time here? Welcome if it is. So everyone knows the, you're welcome, Sanice. So we've got Nina, then we have Divyansha. If you guys are here. Hey Ari the Aries, who is new here. Thank you so much for joining us as a new sub. So calls for Nina and Divyansha and Ivo. Are any of you here? Maybe not. Is everyone gone? I'm just going to pop the list here. So Nina, Divyansha, Ivo, Aqua, posting the list now. Has everyone gone? Eco 7, I know that you were here. If you want to go ahead. Janavi says, message to Tia, according to my opinion, God, universe keeps the door open until we learn the lesson and makes the decision on our own whether to close the door through that door. I think, Tia, yeah, that, you know, there is always the element of free will. Free will is like a huge part of manifestations, our paths, our choices. You know, free will always exists. So guys, yeah, so if I'm just going to go back to the list then, see where we're at. So I don't think Eco 7 is here. So Janavi, Country, are you here? Please post your questions. Hi Eco, yeah, absolutely. May I know my energy in regards to the art field? What do you mean by that, Eco 7? Just elaborate a little bit more on that question. So Eco 7, Janavi, Country. Hey Country. Yeah. Just post your question, Country, and then I will, so that I'm ready, so I can move on to the next question once I've read for Eco. But Eco, yeah, just tell me a little bit more about your, may I know my energy in regards to the art field. Thanks, Country. I'd like to gain more inspiration. Okay, so any advice would be appreciated. Okay, Spirit, please bring guidance through for Eco 7. Needing more inspiration with their creativity, with their art. Please bring advice on how to tap into this. Five of Swords. Some kind of conflict here when we see the Five of Swords. Let me know. So this can be conflict externally with other people that could potentially be draining you. Can be about arguments, can be about harsh words being said. If that's not what's happening, because you see this kind of crackle of lightning that we see here, but if not that, then there can be some kind of internal conflict going on. Swords can talk about something that is, it's like something that's draining your energy, that's pulling on your energy, that I see, Eco, okay, with this. It's outside of your art is what I feel. It's something else in your life, a different channel of your life. Worry, anxiety, tying yourself in a knot. We see this snake here, which snakes represent creativity, sexuality, you know, how they all combine into, they all come from the same place, the same energy. And the snake as well has, you know, what we see here, like that flexibility, you know, when we're in the creative flow, that there's a flexibility there as well. And this is in great contrast to this swords energy, which is harsh, which is sharp, you know, not inflexible, rigid. So if this isn't harsh words, then this is, if there's no conflict externally, then this talks about some kind of internal conflict, something that is blocking the sense of flow. The Apprentice of Swords is like when we see this crackling sky, this thunder and lightning. The sky is cleared and there is some clarity. Now what's come through to me here as well, it can be about a point of view. Okay, Eco 7, about having, you know, if we are being creative, it can be about having a clear point of view as well, about where you're coming from, what it is that you want to say in your art. So that could be an aspect as well, because we see the snake, which kind of represents to me your art, your creativity, and it's got all these knives in it. So this can be thoughts that are blocking that. We have a mixture of perspectives when it's a 5, so that internal conflict, flip-flopping kind of energy. It could be the inner critic getting grip of you, a harshness in some ways that is going on internally that is blocking you from going with an idea and finding this clear point of view that I feel like that you need in order to move forward, in order to express yourself and express this creativity. I'm seeing very much here that the sky has cleared. So try to figure out what these swords are. If it's negative thoughts, if it's the inner critic, so not that you're being harsh words from outside at you, but maybe it's internally, it's harsh words. Something is preventing you from, I think, from finding a clear point of view. And this swords is, like I say, something negative. It's anxiety, it's the inner critic. Tell you what resonates with that has got you in some kind of knot. Trust that it will clear, and there's something I just keep hearing, a clear point of view. That's what's needed, that's what's missing. And then we move on to this Apprentice of Pentacles, which is something growing from the earth, from that struggle as well, even being able to silence that inner critic, find this clear point of view, and then something can grow from that. Okay, so we have, I'm checking where I'm at now, so Janavi and then Country. Janavi would like the Hidden Oracle, messages from Akshay. So I did call you Divyansha, but there was no response, so I do need to skip then in order to keep moving. So I called Divyansha, Ivo and Aqua, and there was no response, so I've moved on. If I do have time at the end, I'll come back round to read for those that have missed, but like I say, I have to keep it moving, okay guys? If you call, like say if you called and you're not here, then I'm going to skip you. So Janavi, this is for you. Messages from Akshay. What messages would Akshay tell Janavi right now? I don't react when people mention you. Interesting. Just being near you is intoxicating. We both know I'm not the one for you. Some conflicting messages there, Janavi. That's probably with her, I imagine, if your name, I don't know if that your name ever comes up. Just a thought. Still has powerful feelings, powerful emotions there. But then also some doubt and some questioning. Maybe flip-flopping between these two. Interesting. So let me know how that resonated for you, if it did. Yeah, Ronak, you are after Country. So Country, this is for you, my dear. Thanks for your patience. So Country asks, Libra love interest has been super distant, after small misunderstanding. He doesn't want to contact, but it's surface level connection currently. Okay, we talk a bit. We talk business and goals like partners. Why is he distant? Okay, let's have a look, Country. Yes, conflict, Janavi says. He has some insecurities. He feels I deserve a better guy than him. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Country, this is for you. Let's take a look at what's going on for this Libra. Why are they being distant? Spirit, why is this Libra being distant, please? Taking a long time to come through. Okay, so in their feelings, Country, I would say they are. So even though, like you said, this is quite a relatively sort of superficial connection or something, but this tells us more about this person on a deeper level. I think that there is a sensitivity here, insecurity even here, with a tendency to be overly sensitive, or they are sensitive by nature and getting in their feels, okay? Because Elder of Cups, Cups is about our emotions. If there's potential here for this to be romantic, I think, yeah, by nature, that's an aspect of this connection. So they are a love interest. We know that, and they feel that too, yeah, because we've got these 2 cups here. So that talks about there is feelings here. So in essence, they are in their feelings. New communication will come through. So this gap will close. You will get more clarity. They may even go as far, because the Ace of Swords is about communication and clarity. You might have to push them a bit on this, but you will get some truth out of them, okay? About, maybe they'll express more what went on for them. Country says, yes, indeed, there is sensitive. I guess we are both sensitive, but he doesn't like to be wrong. Yeah, so exactly, sort of sensitive. There was an insecurity that I mentioned that I picked up and that I felt from them. So, you know, there's that kind of one thing, isn't there, being sensitive in a empathic nature. And then there's that other side of being kind of sensitive when it's a more of an ego sensitivity as well. Come through as an Elder of Cups. So in a way, I feel like as well what comes through is that they really like know better than this. Like, I feel like that they obviously need to do some work on themselves, and kind of this is a bit of a work in progress regarding this area. They need to kind of learn how to, when we see Elder of Cups, it's about it's okay to feel the feelings, whatever they may be, even if they aren't like you know, even if they are ego hurt feelings, that's not necessarily wrong, but we do need to own them and be able to process them ourselves. And now they are being reactive. He's being reactive to you, country, is what I see. So allow them to settle down, have their moment in a way. And then I do see them coming back through with this Ace of Swords, which is new communication, and the distance closing ultimately. I do see them being able to get over this. We've got another Ace of Pentacles at the bottom there as well. So this is it. Moving on from this, really, country, okay? Country Love says, makes sense. Yeah, he's older and wiser, but less emotional intelligence, if that's the thing. That certainly is the thing. Age doesn't necessarily bring wisdom, does it? So yeah, their ego is wounded, country. They're being I would go as far as say they are being overly sensitive. So give them their space to process this. And that's why they're being distant. And then we see this Ace of Swords, communication coming through, Ace of Pentacles as well. So this is, you will get past this, but they do need to have their moment. It sounds like you understand, you've got quite a good read and understanding of them, but it's good to know that that's where they're coming from, and that tells us quite a bit about them. So I hope that brought you some clarity, country. Thanks for your question. Thanks for being here. So Ronak asks, Usman's current feelings for me as of today. Has he given up on me? So yes, just like Janavi has asked there, Ronak, in order for me to read for you, to connect with your energy, this goes for everyone, connect with your energy, to connect with your person's energy, just tell me more about the context. If this has been a long-term relationship, are you in no contact, you know, is this a situationship? You know, is this a love situation as well? you know, I don't know. So yeah, the more detail that you can provide, the better and more personalized reading you will receive. So after Renak, we have Izzy and we have Ari. Just so we know where we're at, and I'll post that list. So this is who we've got left. So Renak, if you, oh, here we go. He's a Cancer, I'm Aries. A 7-year relationship. Okay, so it's 7-year relationship that's now no contact. Wow, okay. So let's get an energy read on them. His mother didn't agree to our marriage, but I want to know if he still loves me and is trying to fight for me. Okay. In our culture, parents have a huge say. Sure thing. Okay. Let's have a look at their feelings. What's going on for them? The 7 of Wands. Okay, so they are in some kind of battle, and they are still in a fight with regards to this situation, Renak. 7 of Wands is about being in a place where they feel very defensive, and they feel very defensive, and they feel like they are having to protect their own energy, but also protect what they want. So if they want this connection with you, Renak, or at least I feel like want to explore the possibility of this future, okay? But if they're getting a lot of pressure from their family to walk away from this and end this, I do see a fight from them, because they're in a defensive. When we see the 7 of Wands, this has been in a place of defense. It's like in the traditional deck, in the Rider-Waite, someone is like back to the edge of a cliff. They're being backed into a corner by external influences. If that's what's got you here as well, of with this what brought the connection to an end, that they felt backed into a corner. But they do feel conflicted. I think they feel stressed about this. I feel like they need some space to be able to make their own decisions and want to, you know, to almost in a way take a breath. But there is a lot of pressure that I feel. But no, I don't think they have given up on you. They are fighting to be able to find a place to be able to get their thoughts in check and really get a chance to ask what they want and their decision. I'm also drawn to, you know, in this particular deck, we've got scissors here, almost like cutting these flowers down, which feels there is a sadness there about that something that this connection with you, say, that was something that was precious and is precious and is meaningful to them, there has kind of been slashed by these scissors, like these flower heads have just been sort of cut off by these scissors, so it feels quite brutal. I don't know quite how you obviously got to this place of, you know, after such a long relationship and how it came to this no contact, but there's a brutality here and there is a sadness that they feel. Obviously it would take more cards to really kind of go take a deep dive on this, Renak, but I would certainly say that they are stressed about this. They haven't given up on you. There is still some fight and conflict going on here to try to resurrect this, or at least for them to be able to feel like they want to get clear on this. At the moment they're just in a kind of fighting for their lives kind of energy. So just go back, Renak, and read that reading, because all those questions that you have asked I've already answered. So if you want to go back and re-watch the reading. So next up we have Izzy. If you are still here, my dear. We've got Izzy, if you want to post your question, and then we've got Ari the Aries. Ari the Aries Princess. You can both go ahead and post your question. So Izzy asks, will there be communication with S again in the next 2 months? Currently no contact. Okay, so Izzy, was this a relationship that went into no contact? I don't do yes no questions as well, Izzy, so asking will there be communication with S again in the next 2 months, that's not really, because I'm an energy reader. What I can do is I can look at the energy of what S is thinking and feeling about this connection. That'll give us an indication and clarity about what's to come, okay? So let's have a look at S feelings around this connection. We're in no contact. So Izzy, did this end in some kind of conflict? Because 5 of Wands is that they're still, potentially that there's still some kind of, tell you what resonates here, okay? So if this ended kind of on bad terms, like with an argument even, I still see some anger, some annoyance about that. If not that, or as well of, the 5 of Wands is about some kind of internal conflict. Can you see how it's represented in this deck by there's lots of dogs that are pulling on this pull rope, but they're all fighting and they're not really getting anywhere. There's an impasse here, okay? So one moment they may feel like reaching out to you, and then they flip-flop over to thinking and feeling something else, not reaching out, say, and they can't quite settle on a decision. It leaves them in a place of indecision and in a conflict. Sometimes they may feel frustrated and angry with you, other times they feel sad about not being in contact with you. Yeah. Now, the interesting thing as well about this is what's worth remembering and noting, Izzy, is that as a 5, this will pass, this will blow over. So I do see things moving back into a more peaceful place, okay, after this period of conflict. It may feel, there's almost like an element whenever we see the 5 of Wands that it's like dramatic, like drama. And then it blows over, and it's the kind of thing that you look back on and you go, I'm not sure what that was all about, why it was so heated, why it got to the levels that it did of stress or of no contact, falling out, etc, etc. Okay, so it will pass, and I feel like this is hopeful for communication coming back in. At the minute, still at an impasse of not being able to get a clear point of view, a clear pathway forward. Okay, moving on to Ari the Princess now, who asks, can you tell me why my guides are so selective when it comes to what job to work when really all I care about is my finances so I can move? I don't care too much about loving the job. So, and plus the next job I work is most likely going to be temporary anyways. I notice that I keep getting fired from jobs, and also when it comes to finding a job, I either keep getting rejected for interviews or I don't end up getting a job offer. I want a job that will at least last 7 months or more. Okay, so let's ask guidance on how to get that. What's the block? What's required, like, for you, Ari, to get this security and stability that you want? Now, it's interesting to me that if you would say keep getting fired, keep getting moved on from things, that, like you say, that job isn't aligning, obviously isn't aligning with you. You know, if there is, I don't know if there's been conflict in the workplace as well, and that's what's led to the firing, or if the firings have been out of the blue. But anyway, let's ask Spirit what. So there is something about needing to find, I think, the right job for you in order to get that security, okay? We have to feel comfortable, and we have to feel aligned with the energy of where we are to have longevity, I think. You know, if it really kind of goes against, it's just not a good fit, then, you know, it does break down, yeah. There has been conflict in 2 workplaces from what I remember. So let's see what we can do to get more stability. I really do feel like it's about finding, you know, it can take time, but it's about finding the right fit for you, Ari. Spirit, please tell us about this. What can Ari do to find this stability that she wants? Ooh, Elder of Pentacles. This is very positive, okay? So I feel like this is about, there is actually the promissory here that the Elder of Pentacles is about security. It's about finances. And the promise that this is on its way to you, okay? This is a very positive omen to see. I'm wondering as well if this Elder of Pentacles, so number one, I feel like it's about integrating the experiences that you have learned so far, Ari. So even though it might feel, you know, it's been very disappointing and chaotic what's gone on so far, but in each of those scenarios, we can take a lesson from it and inform us about how to move forward when we go to the next job, about what to do, what not to do, in a way. I also think the Elder of Pentacles could be, it's like someone, I feel like this is like a manager who was coming through as well, that would be a good fit for you. Like, I think finding the right management, for example, again, it's about aligning with people really who you have an understanding. And if there's a big clash there, you know, it can be in the workplace, we spend so much time there. There can just be a manner of the way that you communicate, the way that you talk with each other, that it can be, it's never kind of going to work unless you have this understanding. It's like how certain star signs, that there's just kind of like this instant conflict where you kind of rub each other up the wrong way. So I feel like this is someone actually coming through as well, and then being an Elder of Pentacles, then being in a position of power where it will be a good fit for you. So it's someone who, how they speak to you, how they address you, you know, just communication, it sits okay with you, and that puts you at ease. You want a workplace that isn't so strict. Yeah, so again, finding that manager who is, you know, maybe has an easygoingness about them. They're chilled. They're not going to micromanage you. So I feel like this is on its way to you, Ari. So this is a very positive omen. Oh, and then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So you've got two really positive cards. So I would say try to take those lessons, you know, learn what you have, take from those experiences of what where things haven't worked out, and take ownership for what you can do, your part in this, but also understand that it can just be a process of trial and error. I know from personal experiences, you know, starting certain jobs and just knowing straight away that this isn't going to work out, okay, because the energy is just off, the energy is wrong, and then you can go to something, a completely different environment, and it doesn't feel so much like your problem. It's just, you can see, all right, this makes more sense to me, I feel more relaxed here. It's like your body, even your body knows, you know. So this is, so remember that, and just keep moving forward with that, about finding the right fit for you. And it's okay for that to be a process and trial of error, as long as you're taking ownership for your part in it. I do see this manager person, or someone in a position of power coming through for you, that is going to be the answer to the problem with this, that this is going to be someone who is a right fit for you and understands you, I think, Ari, okay? And then we've got this Ten of Pentacles, which is another really positive omen, because this is about, again, financial success and financial stability. I know you mentioned that you wanted to move. Can you see how there is a picture of a house here? So reassuring you that that still is on the cards, but we just need to keep pushing forward, and don't give up. So understand that don't put it all on you. Understand that it's about just finding that right place, and then once you find that right place, then you know you can be there for years and years if things go well. But this house is still literally on the cards for you. It will happen. You just need to integrate these lessons that you've learned, and this manager, this person in a position of power, like I say, who understands you, which I think is the missing piece, is what it's going to take, are on their way to you. So two very positive messages, Ari. Right, guys, I'm going to end the live there. Thank you all for being here. I hope these readings brought you some clarity, brought you some peace, brought you some understanding, whatever that you needed today. I will be back on Wednesday, and this will be a slightly different session because it will be the competition winner announcements. So if you haven't entered already, please do. The link for the competition is just in the chat, or you can find it on the community page. So yeah, I'll be announcing live who the competition winners are, and also going through their free readings at that time. But I hope you can join me then as well. Wishing you all love and light though for the rest of today, rest of the evening. Thank you, Ivo. Love and light, guys. Take care.